Good afternoon, student. Today we're going to continue with the chapter Sustainable Development in the Indian context. Yesterday we have read about what is planning, then what is a sectoral planning, what is a regional planning, what is target area planning, then about the Hill Area Development Program which has been initiated in the 5th 5-year plan, then about the Drought Prone Area Program which is also being initiated in the 5th 5-year plan. Now we will read as a case study of Integrated Tribal Development Project in Bharmor region. Bharmor, which is a tribal area comprising Bharmor and Holy Tehsil of Chamba district of Himachal Pradesh. It is a notified tribal area since 21st November 1975. Bharmor is inhabited by Gaddi, a tribal community who have maintained a distinct identity in the Himalayan region as they practice transhumans. They are generally nomads. They are called Gaddi shepherds also and converts through Gadiali dialect. Their language or the dialect is the Gadiali. Bharmor tribal region has harsh climatic condition, low resource base and fragile environment. So in this difficult situation, or rather say these factors have influenced the society and the economy of the region. According to the 2011 census, the total population of Bharmor subdivision was 39,113. That is 21% per square kilometer, that is the density of population. It is one of the most economically and socially backward areas of Himachal Pradesh. Historically, the Gaddis have experienced geographical and political isolation and socio-economic deprivation also. They have been kept separated from the rest of the people. So, the economy is largely based on agriculture and allied activities such as shipping and goat rearing. The process of development of tribal area of Bharmor started in 1970s when Gaddis were included among the scheduled tribes. So, under the 5th 5-year plan, the tribal sub-plan was introduced in 1974 and Bharmor was designated as one of the 5 integrated tribal development projects in Himachal Pradesh. So, this area development plan was aimed at improving the quality of life of the Gaddi shepherds and narrowing the gap in the level of development between the Bharmor and other areas of Himachal Pradesh. This plan laid the highest priority on development of transport and communications, agriculture and allied activities, social and community services. The most significant contribution of tribal sub-plan in Bharmor region is the development of infrastructure in terms of schools, healthcare facilities, potable water, roads, communication and electricity that is lacking in Bharmor. But the villages located along the river Ravi in Holi and the Kani areas are the main beneficiaries of infrastructural development. The remote villages in the Tundha and the Kukti areas still do not have sufficient infrastructure. They lack in infrastructural facilities. The social benefits derived from ITDP include tremendous increase in literacy rate, improvement in sex ratio, decline in child marriage. The female literacy in the region increased from 1.88% in 1971 to 65% in 2011. See, the difference between males and females in literacy rate, that is gender inequality, have also been declined with the initiative of this project. Traditionally, the Gaddis had subsistence agriculture come pastoral economy, having emphasis on food grains and livestock production. But during the last 3 decades of 20th century, the cultivation of pulses and other cash crops has increased in Bharmor region because of this initiative which have been taken. but the crop cultivation is still done with traditional technology. The declining importance of pastoralism in the economy of the region can be gauged from the fact that at present only about 1/10 of the total household practice transhumans. But the Gaddis are still very mobile, as a sizable section of them migrate to Kangra and surrounding areas during winter to earn their living from wage labor. So we have read about the case study of the Bharmod area, which comes under the Healy area project. Now, sustainable development. We know the term sustainable development before also. It implies a development which meets the needs of the present generation without compromising the future needs. So, the term development is generally used to describe the state of particular societies and the process of changes experienced by that society. So, during a fairly large period of human history, the state of the societies has largely been determined by the interaction process between human society and their biophysical environment. So, the process of human environment interaction depend upon the level of technology and institution, of course, which nurtured by the society itself. So while the technology and institution have helped in increasing the pace of human environment interaction, the momentum thus generated in return has accelerated technological progress and information and creation of institutions also. Hence, development is a multi-dimensional concept. It includes many things. It signifies the positive, irreversible transformation of the economy, society, and environment. The concept of development is dynamic. It will going on with changes and has evolved during the second half of the 20th century. In the post-World War II era also, the concept of development was synonymous to economic growth, which is measured in terms of temporal increase in gross national product and per capita income consumption. But even the countries having high economic growth experience speedy rise in poverty because of its unequal distribution. So in the 1970s, the phrases such as redistribution with growth and equity were incorporated in the definition of development. So, while dealing with the question related to redistribution and equity, it was realized that the concept of development cannot be restricted to the economic sphere alone. It also includes the issues such as improving the well-being of the people, living standard improvement, availing certain facilities like healthcare, education, economic opportunity, equality of opportunity, ensuring political and civil rights. So by 1980s, development emerged as a concept encapsulating widespread improvement in social as well as material well-being of the people in a society. So the notion of sustainable development emerged in the wake of general rise in the awareness of environmental issues in the late 1960s in Western world. It reflected the concern of people about undesirable effect of industrial development on the environment. The publication of Population Bomb by Etheridge in 1968 and the Limits to Growth by Meadows and others in 1972 further raised the level of fear among environmentalists in particular and people in general. This sets the scenario for the emergence of a new model of development under a broad phase that is called sustainable development. So, concerned with the growing opinion of world community at large on the environmental issues, the United Nations established a World Commission on Environment and Development, headed by the Norwegian Prime Minister Gro Harlem Brundtland, which is popularly known as Brundtland Commission. The Commission gave its report entitled Our Common Future in 1987. The report defines sustainable development as a development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So, sustainable development takes care of ecology, social, economic aspects of development during the present times and pleads for conservation of resources to enable the future generations to use those resources. So it takes into account the development of whole humankind which have common future. So we have to utilize the resources in such a manner that so that the future generation can also utilize the same resource with efficiency. So today, up to this, in our next class we will read about the case study of Indira Gandhi Government Area under the development projects. Thanking you, class.